Welcome, everyone, to the Real Whovians Cast, episode 460. I am your host, Matrix Gloria 212, and I'm with Connor. What's up, Connor?
Hello.
What's up, Daniel?
Hello.
What's up, Charlie?
Hey, guys.
What's up, Gloria?
Hello, hello.
And I would say hello to myself, but that wouldn't be right, so hello myself. No. Okay, so now, Daniel, you have some news for us, right?
Yeah.
What's going on?
Now, apparently, someone's, a couple of months ago, they took a picture of a set which apparently is Mrs. TARDIS.
Could you screen share it?
Yeah.
Okay, let's see it. Let's see what it looks like. Ooh, look at that. Wait a minute. Ooh, look at that. I saw that. It looks better on the computer than on the little phone. That's cool.
Wow, cool.
So we're guessing that Missy is either the Ronnie, which I'm leaning towards the Ronnie, or the Master, correct?
Yeah.
Now, just a big piece of information. Last year, I think, Moffat had... In case you don't know, Moffat writes scripts way in advance, or he does templates for scripts way in advance, like sometimes a year or two ahead. So when he's talking to us and he says something to us like, nobody knows who the Ronnie is, I'll never use her, nobody knows, nobody, that means he's going to use her, okay? And he's talking to us as Series 7 Part 1 was probably about to start. And meanwhile, he knows that what's going to happen in Series 8, he just didn't know what Doctor it was or whatever. So he's like telling us that to lie so that we would get totally pissed off at him, where we'd be like, why did he say that about the Ronnie? And then everybody starts whipping out the monster book or whatever, the Doctor Who book, and going through all the villains, and then everybody starts making podcasts about how he's silly and ridiculous, and that's what he wants, because he's always going to use the Ronnie. He's always going to lie. Just like he said there's no 10th anniversary special, at least I don't think so, and meaning he's going to film it probably in January. So, like, he constantly lies, and the only way you could find out what he's talking about is knowing that he lies. But then again, the whole thing with the Doctor is a female thing he kept bringing up, that could have meant that he's doing a test as the Master being a female. So he could go either way with that. What do you have to say, Connor?
I actually do think that Missy is the Rani. She just kind of, I think Michelle Gomez has that kind of Kate O'Mara thing about her. She's quite,
yes,
she suits the Rani quite well, I think. But because of that, it kind of leads me to think that maybe Seb is the Master, and that's a massive twist.
That she's the Master?
That Seb, Chris Addison,
really?
Yeah, her assistant is the Master. I just think it's going to be quite a big episode.
Right.
From what I've read in reviews as well, and I just think that that's going to be a shocking kind of twist to it if we find out that Seb's the Master and Missy is the Rani. So.
Wow, that would be pretty cool. Daniel?
Yeah, I have to agree, because, like, from seeing all the street filming and stuff, Michelle Gomez does kind of have that Kate O'Mara feeling when she plays Missy.
Definitely
so
does.
I think Missy is the Ronnie.
Gloria? Oh, I'm sorry, Charlie?
Yeah, I'll be happy if it's the Ronnie, I guess. I've had quite a few. I mean, we haven't gotten many clues about her, though. So, I mean, we can speculate. I still like some of the speculation out there, there's but quite a few ideas floating around there, but lately, with people spoiling and
yeah,
I think a lot of people know that more likely narrowed down to either the Master.
I think just by showing the red telephone booth right there, that's like they've shown that for so long. I think that's kind of a hint, especially in the Forest of the Night. You saw the red phone booth I think 3 times or something like that. So, Gloria.
I wouldn't mind it being Ronnie. Because she hasn't been in the show in a while, and I'd be curious to see what her plan is. And,
right.
why she's like, bringing people back from the dead and all that kind of stuff. And it's going to be quite a good plot. I'm wondering, like, what could it be?
Now, the thing is that the Ronnie would never call the doctor her boyfriend because that's the thing. But I think that what she means by this is that the definition of these names have changed over the decades. You used to be able to say back in the day, oh, this is my boyfriend, meaning my friend. That's a boy, okay? And of course, it would have like a hidden meaning. It would be a boyfriend or a boy that's a friend. She went to school with the master. I don't think she was ever friends with them. Like, they were just acquaintances, I guess. Always competing to see who's the top. And I guess the doctor never had the top grades because he joked about that. But I think the master and the doctor were best friends because they always talk about like running through the fields at his father's estate. The Ronnie, I think I don't think she was. I don't know if she was friends. Maybe she was just friends, but not good friends with them. But she always had an agenda with her scientific experiments on plucking people out of time, on DNA and creating different races and stuff like that. So the whole concept of using her expertise on the dead and reanimating it or something like that, that's classic Ronnie, as far as I'm concerned. I could be wrong, but that is something that the Ronnie would do. But the overall picture is I'm not really sure what I'm not really sure. Hello? We got two Glories here? Oh. I'm not really sure how this 3W thing fits in and the netosphere and all that stuff. Who's that? Gloria, you have two people in here? Is that you? I think there's two Glorias in here now. Okay. All right, Gloria, what do you have to say?
My thing is actually no. But yeah, anyway, I'm gonna drop out, guys, because my computer's like freaking out right now, and I'm worried about it right now.
Thank you, Gloria.
Like, going haywire. Talk to you guys later. Have fun talking.
Okay. Bye. Yeah, Charlie, you think that she's experimenting, and do you think that she works for this organization, or that this is her organization, 3W?
Yeah, the Ronnie's always got some kind of scientific scheme going on,
right?
Or whatever. I mean, that's pretty much her MO. Is that? I mean, she's not like the master where she's trying to take over. She's always just after like this scientific research of hers.
Right, exactly. So she could just be doing the stuff with the dead, not to take over the Earth, but just to experiment because she's bored or something. The funny thing is, nobody sees the Cybermen. I don't think, right? I think they're going after the old people, right? Or no?
Well, I don't know.
What's that, Daniel?
Pictures of
Breaking up. Nope.
hello.
Okay, good. I can hear you now.
Filming pictures of just random people in the street in the episode hugging Cybermen.
But is that like them as fans, extras, or is that just
No,
part of the episode?
It's just part of the episode.
Oh, okay. That's so weird.
Yeah.
That's so weird. Connor, what do you think's going on?
I actually don't think that the Cybermen are the main villains. I think it's a distraction from the big reveal.
Yeah, I think so.
Zeb. It's just a distraction. And about the dead, I don't know if you saw the clip the other day when Capaldi's running down the street, ranting and telling everyone to run, get out the way because
I saw that. Yeah.
Yeah. Missy says all the graves on planet Earth are about to give birth. So I think it's kind of a way of like the dead are having babies, and maybe to make a bigger cyber army, or she kind of like has this evil plan with the dead.
Right.
But I think there's going to be a lot of like dead people featured in it. There's going to be skeletons, everything. I think we're going to see gravestones bursting open and people coming out of them. I think it's going to be quite gruesome.
Here's a question to you, to the group actually. When Amy and Rory died, that cemetery, was that a cemetery in Great Britain or was it in New York? Did they eventually move back to the UK and died in that cemetery, or was it a cemetery in New York? Or we don't know. Because
in the actual episode, it was in New York, but the filming location is in Cardiff, I think.
I don't think they ever said that that cemetery was in New York, because all they say was that it's a drop spot. You know, it's kind of where
Right.
they end up. I don't think they say it's in New
Right.
York.
And then he said he could never return to New York, but he did to get the last page. But it's probably just that time period he can't go to in New York, correct?
They did make it sound like he meant like forever.
Well, he did go to New York after he said he can't go to New York.
Yeah, I
Because he
think
did go to Central Park. He went to Central Park to get the last page.
Right.
So,
yeah. I think it's just lazy writing from Moffat, to be honest.
I know.
But,
That's true.
you know.
All right, so there is a possibility, because here's the thing, the reason why I'm bringing that up is that we had seen pictures, we don't know if it was true, for Death in Heaven. And the pictures that we seen showed baby weeping angels, the cherubs, the graves desecrated of Amy and Rory. And I'm wondering is if, while we're so distracted with the big reveal for this episode, there is a two-parter. What if the weeping angels are a big part of the secondary story that we're all overlooking? Because maybe that wasn't a phony thing. And then we've seen a picture of Danny Pink in the Cyberman uniform, I think. Or well, at least we think so. So maybe it's like a whole bunch of villains. Or maybe it's just, maybe it has something to do with the Weeping Angels also. I don't know. Maybe the Weeping Angels are not in it. I don't know. But for some reason, I don't know if that's true or not. Because I was on the sites. They showed a box of the baby Weeping Angels. They showed the grave broken with Amy and Rory. So I don't know. What do you guys think? What do you think, Daniel?
Yeah, I think there's going to be. I think this 3W organization is basically the Rani, Seb, and possibly like an alliance of monsters. We're kind of working together, so I won't be surprised if the Weeping Angels were actually in it.
Okay. What about you, Charlie?
The only thing I want to kind of bring in is the fact that we've seen. You talk about Amy and Rory's grave. I don't know if you guys have seen the pictures from the Doctor Who experience, where they've got Amy and Rory's grave, and then they've got like the weeping angel hands coming out from the grave.
Oh wow, didn't see that.
I don't know if that's just like a Halloween thing or
right,
but I think that might be a little telling on the episode, because we have seen their grave. We know that they've used them in their filming. So, I don't know. It could be just one of those ways for them to get you to get the feels or something. Who knows?
Connor?
Well, in the synopsis for Death in Heaven that we got about a week or so ago, it did say old friends and old enemies are like returning. So I think it's possible that like these graves could play a massive part, because we could see Amy and Rory, and there was Ellie Oswald's grave as well. We could see them possibly all come back in maybe skeleton form or as weeping angels. Who knows? But I definitely think that there's more to the graves than maybe just an appearance. I think there's something's definitely going to happen. That's because it's supposed to be. It's an hour long, so I mean, obviously,
that's great that the Death in Heaven is going to be an hour long. That's really awesome, and it makes you wonder that's why we lost an episode, because Deep Breath was long, and the length of Deep Breath, the extra of Death in Heaven with a few episodes probably adds up to a full episode that we missed. So I like a bigger season finale last episode. That's awesome.
Yeah, and unless it's like an important episode, you don't really go for in Doctor Who for the hour kind of like running time. So I think that the running time alone is a bit of a hint as to what could happen. I think there could be a lot more to it than we're actually thinking. So I'm excited to see what goes on, to be honest.
Yeah, I'm going to leave you with today. I challenge anybody to really look into the fact that the Doctor Who experience is going to be closed, I believe, for a week or two for some unknown, mysterious reason. And get out there, you reporters, and try to find out, is that because they are going to film the possible anniversary of Doctor Who early, or is there another reason? I really don't know if they're going to be using the set of the old TARDIS and some things in there, but there's got to be a reason why the experience is going to be closed in a couple of weeks or something for, like, I think a week or two. So maybe it's nothing. Maybe it's just maintenance, but then again, maybe not. So look into that, guys. And it was great to have you, Connor.
Thank
great
you
to
for having
have
me
you,
on.
Charlie. Guys, I'll give you a minute to promote your new podcast show.
Yep. Charles, do you want to say anything?
I don't know. That's fine. Yeah. Me and Connor have started up the New Who review with a podcast for the recent Doctor Who. Then in the off season, we're going to be doing some classics.
Yep.
Awesome. Good luck to you guys. Absolutely. I saw the first episode. I loved it. I'm a fan. So check that out.
The second episode's up now, and I think it's also on iTunes. So if you want to subscribe to the podcast thing on iTunes, then please do, because...
Yeah, I got to ask you off air about the iTunes thing, because I saw you guys were doing that. That was pretty interesting. So.
Yeah.
All right. Enjoy your day, guys. Take care. Bye for now.
Take care.